Yes. Manchester United 4, Real Betis 1. And welcome to the channel, guys. I'm recording this at about 4:15 in the morning. We've just finished watching the Europa League tie here at my place. And what a game, guys. What a game. And this is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about in the last video. The response, right? And this is exactly what we got. A great game to watch, guys. The second half was absolutely dominant. A dominant performance by Manchester United, and this is something that is more like Ten Hag ball. And I'm very proud to say that in the second half, we played a great game. We turned the tie around, and we are now there with one foot in the quarterfinals in the Europa League. So a great game. I think we started off the game very well. Rashford with a superb finish. He takes an extra touch, takes himself away from the goal, but still is able to finish at a decent angle. And what a powerful and a thundering finish from Rashford. You just can't stop that guy. If you're following this Manchester United season, you should be very happy with this because these seasons don't come often. And I am sure years later people will ask about, oh, what was that Marcus Rashford season like where he scored 30 goals, right, or something like that. And you'll be able to tell people that he was absolutely unplayable, right? And what a time to witness this homegrown hero of ours, of course. And he's just found that finishing touch, and the way that he finishes nowadays is absolutely amazing. You just can't stop him. Great game from Marcus Rashford, of course. But the second half, was really good. And when we let in that goal, I was sort of worried. Some flashbacks of the very recent trauma, of course, the 7-up trauma. But I felt like the team responded very well. They didn't get bogged down. They played the second half as if their whole life depended on it. So that is how Manchester United plays. So very happy with the performance. I think we started the second half very well again with and Anthony's goal. I mean, if you know anything about Anthony, you just know that he's going to try to cut inside on his left and try to curl one shot at the far post. Almost every goalkeeper knows that, right? But the beauty of that goal is that you know that it's coming and you still can't do anything about it, right? So how many times have we seen Anthony score that goal? I think thrice or four times he scored that goal here at Manchester United. But a sublime finish from Anthony, and a great header again from Bruno. Bruno, I feel like he's not been getting as many goals, but I think he is always the creator behind something fantastic for us. And the fourth goal from Wout Weghorst. What a goal that was. Of course, it is pretty much like any scrappy goal that a number 9 scores, which every number 9 should have in his book. But the celebration from Wout Weghorst after that goal is what I feel. If you and I, the football fans, ever get to live that pipe dream of ours to play for our beloved club, right? If we ever get to play and we score, I think that is the reaction that we would have. It is like it did not seem like a 30-year-old professional was celebrating that goal. It felt like a young boy or a young teenager was celebrating a goal. And that is what you love to see. That is what I love to see. A player playing with some kind of a passion, who appreciates the fact that he's playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world, and he's still able to give his all. I personally I've not picked a side on Wout Weghorst because every match I'm still, I'm not sure of what I feel about him. But That celebration said it all. Even back at the League Cup celebrations at Wembley, he was just sitting there and soaking it in, and you'll absolutely love to see that because it shows character. It shows the fact that you value where you are. You feel a sense of gratitude, and you're trying to maximize that. So it's absolutely amazing to see that, and I'm so happy for the lad. I think this is his first uh, goal at Old Trafford, and you could see what it meant to him, and just capped off a brilliant 4-1 win for us. I'm very happy to see that. Of course, his skill sets, jury is still out on, how good he is and things like that. But he's a loan signing. Nobody expected him to score like 15 goals or light the Premier League on fire. I think he's doing a decent job for what he was asked to do. So, uh, props to Weghorst. I think he's gotten an unfair criticism and people who just rely on goals for a striker, which is of course the main metric. But uh, I felt like a lot of people comment on Wout Weghorst who don't necessarily watch the matches, but just say that he presses high, so he presses a lot, so he's a good striker, and I don't necessarily agree with them. But yes, a great performance. If I were to talk about the performance, I think all 11 players played a good game. There's some doubts still about De Gea's distribution. I think he got lucky on 2-3 occasions, but he gifted the ball to the opposition a lot of times. Of course, I'm a supporter of De Gea in terms of his shot stopping, but I think he still prevents Ten Hag from playing that possession based, starting from the back, playing from the back football. But yeah, that being said, uh, the rest of the players did play quite well. Just one thing from Ten Hag, I think it was a very strong statement coming out from him, which was to not change the starting 11. He started this exact same starting 11 that he did against Liverpool. And although I was quite critical of the starting 11 and the tactics uh, post the Liverpool game, I absolutely respect the fact that he started the 11 players. And this is not because we had a positive result, because it shows that the manager believes in himself and he believes in the tactics. And more importantly, he believes in the players. Whenever you go ahead and win something, if you look at all the teams that have really won things, there is a unanimous belief in the core group, which is not just the starting 11, it's the squad, it's the coaching staff, it's the manager. And I feel like we're slowly building towards that. Just after our historic loss to our biggest rivals, Ten Hag, after 3 days, chooses to start the same 11. I think that says something about the man's character. And I, tip my hat to him for that. That was a great decision from him and it paid off. I was just reading about how he treated the players after the loss and he showed them, even I was thinking, it's not okay. Of course, he has every right to, rip into the players and say, okay, you played a bad game, which everybody knows. But what if you're having a great season and it's just a blip? Then how do you react? Do you tell people that they're not good enough? I don't think so. So even this situation, as a lot of situations that Ten Hag has had to face here at Manchester United, he has handled it very well. He told the players that you are the same people that lost 7-0, and yet I'm giving you a chance to prove yourselves after 3 days. So great man management, great tactics from Ten Hag as usual. I don't know what he's feeding to these guys at the halftime break, but it just seems to work for us. So an amazing performance, and the best part is that the front four, all of them scored. Anthony scored, Rashford, Weghorst and Bruno. So that's a good sign for us, because if I'm being candid, I am a bit worried about where our goals would come from, because we're heavily reliant on Rashford. So it's a good sign to see others stepping up as well. I think we had a few bright sparks. Of course, there are defensive lapses which need to be minimized. We could have easily conceded two or three. But yes, on the flip side, we could have easily scored 6 or 7. I think Anthony should have had a hat trick, and he missed two very similar chances, which he should have very well finished against, one on one against the keeper. And what I, of course, love, I don't know how many of you guys noticed, at least the ones that have been following the Premier League and Manchester United for some time, noticed that there were two ex-City related personnel, one in Pellegrini and one in Bravo. Both of those, which I have no, you know, quite an affection for. So it's good to beat them. Bravo, of course, was the first keeper that one of the first keepers, if I'm not wrong, Pep got, and then it didn't work out, so he just sold him off, right, with his checkbook. So yeah, always good to host the ex-rival players and show them who's boss. So of course the bragging rights also matter. Uh, when we were up 3-1, I felt like we needed another goal just to seal off the tie. Of course, Ten Hag is not the one who will just field youngsters even if we are 3-0 up, but it gives you a good sense of calm. So quite happy with the result. I think we needed that. I think once we've let that Liverpool result sink in, a lot of us would have realized that it's just a blip, and it does not take anything away from the amazing and the resurgent season that we're having, which deserves massive respect, just for its own. So I think it's a great game, and just huge respect for Ten Hag, absolute respect, nothing else. And I think he took a very bold step, and it paid off. So yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope my voice doesn't sound too sleepy or anything like that, because the game was absolutely riveting. But yes, it is time to go to sleep now. I hope I don't yawn at the office today. But yes, great game. And yes, this is my second video on the channel, so it's still very new to me. I hope you all liked it. Please, any thoughts, suggestions, feedback, please drop it down in the comments, and I'll be sure to improve with every video. If you found value in this video, if you found it entertaining or anything positive, please do remember to just subscribe and follow my journey here in YouTube. So yes, thank you so much. Have a great day. Yep, thank you. Bye bye.